You're this perp back with another video, and I just got done watching 1899. This is a brand new series that just dropped on Netflix. The creators of this also created the series called Dark, which I haven't finished, but I've heard nothing but good things, and I see why now. I definitely need to go back and watch Dark, but this is going to just be my discussion or just my video on what I thought about this first season. Hopefully there is a season 2, because just the way that this ended, there's no way that they're going to end it off like that. If they do, it's fine, but there's so many different characters that get introduced to you off rip in the first episode. Like, shouts to the trailer as well, because the trailer does not tell you shit, bro. It just makes you think like, all right, this is somewhere in 1899, and there's this boat that all these passengers are on, but then there's this mysterious boat that goes missing 4 months prior, and then it kind of pops back up for some odd reason, and then this is where things get really, really interesting. But the one thing that you have to pay attention to is just the little clues and the little symbols that they kind of lay out for you, because this is very much a psychological thriller, suspense, mystery type of show. So keep that in mind, because there's a lot of things that can get a person lost while watching this. And I picked up on certain things, but every time I picked up on certain clues or hints on what's really going on, it kind of deviated once again. And this is why I like these types of shows that kind of keeps you on your on the tip of your toes, and it just keeps you guessing, it keeps you thinking, you know what I'm saying? And what they we get introduced to our main character though, Mara. That's who you see on the one of the character posters. The people on the first row are probably the most important characters of this series. Other characters are important too, but they're really just supporting characters, or just kind of just there to tell an overall story with their characters as well. So not saying they're useless. Some of them are kind of useless, but to each his own. Anyways, Mara wakes up, but before she wakes up, she has kind of like this dream of her getting like carried away by some like people in like a psych ward or whatever, and she gets like injected with some stuff, and we get to see a glimpse of like this old man. And none of this was shown in the trailer, so I was just like, whoa, so are they just like completely just showing that this is like some type of psych ward? Because I was like, if they're gonna show you the twist right away, I'm just completely taken out of it. But then as you keep watching it, you're like, oh shit, this shit is way deeper than I thought. And then we get the introduction of the boy that you meet, and you see he is the only person that they find over on this boat, because the captain Ike, you know what I'm saying, he is the one that kind of is the first to start to put things together and starts to question this whole entire journey. Because at first you don't know exactly where all these people are going. You don't even see them boarding the ship. And that's like clue number 1 on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So the captain decides, I want to go away from course, and, I want to take this ship, the Prometheus. This is a ship that's been missing for like 4 months. But there's some reason why it's missing, and every time he's connecting with this company, that's all they're calling it at this point, is the company. And he thinks that they're trying to hide something, so he wants to bring it back to Europe. But then we find out that, all right, they're taking a boat from Europe to America. Interesting stuff here. So as they get to this boat, the Prometheus, it's completely abandoned. There's just like, it looks haunted. And I love that about this show, that it makes you feel like there's something supernatural going on. But you quickly realize once they confront this little boy that's on the ship, that we don't know where he comes from. He just has this like little weird pyramid in his hand, and he does not talk. Makes you think that he's a ghost, you know. But while he is being found over there, somebody hops on aboard their ship, you know. And this guy named Daniel is a very mysterious character. You got to pay attention to what's going on and all these clues and hints. But I really like how they introduce all these different characters, like Oleg. He's like a person that works below the ship, the people that put the coal to keep the engine running and stuff like that. He's a really cool character. Ling Ye, I think that's how you pronounce her name, or Ling Yi. No, it's Ling Yi. Ling Yi is also an interesting character as well, where she has this interesting relationship with her mother, where her mother kind of was into prostitution. You know what I'm saying? And it became pretty much like a family business, but there's something traumatic that happens with Ling Yi's character and with her sister, and her accidentally killing her sister. And you see this pattern with all these different characters. These are not all the main characters. There's other characters that that you see throughout this entire series. Jerome is a character that kind of sneaks back on, or he kind of just camouflages himself as one of the crew people, but he's also has a connection with somebody on there that goes by the name of Lucen. Lucen also is like this kind of military guy, and that's a whole interesting backstory that him and Jerome have. I'm not gonna go too much into that. If you've seen it, you've seen it, but it's really interesting to see how all these characters kind of cross paths. And I like the people that live below the ship. They're kind of, it almost kind of is like some type of classism, where at first, you know, people get treated better that are above, that work above the ship, or the people that are above the ship than the people below the ship. You have a character named Tovin, which once her sister Anna goes missing and she finds out that she is dead, and then other people start to pop up dead, this is where things really start to kick off with the whole entire series, and where it gets to the point where you have two different kinds of groups of people that kind of get formed. You know, there's people that are against what the captain is doing, and they create this whole revolt against the captain to take over the ship, to kind of go to America and not go back to Europe, because a lot of people, you know, don't want to go back there, or they're running away from something. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, that's a big theme of all these characters. They're all running away from their past. And like I said, there's a lot of things that are said in this series that you have to kind of really pay attention to. But like I said, when everything kind of unfolds and you see what's really going on, and you see what role that Mara really plays in all of this, it's really fascinating how it's all done. Just the whole twists and turns that make you feel like this is something psychological, because there's a lot of creepy ass atmospheric type of music and sounds that get played throughout this that kind of really make you feel uncomfortable. But then you quickly find out that this is more science fiction than horror or supernatural. You can kind of compare this to Westworld, a little bit of Matrix, a little bit of Shutter's Island, you know, just dealing with realities, what's real, what's not, simulations and stuff like that. So this was so fascinating to me, and to find out where they're at the end of it, that this whole time that they are traveling through actual space, and the year's actually 2099, it blows my mind. Just everything, all the little details and clues that this series gives you throughout each episode. It's only 8 episodes long. Each episode's almost an hour long. But man, this was a dope series from start to finish. It's really interesting too. It's one of the better Netflix dubs, because you could definitely tell that it's dubbed. I think it's originally supposed to be like people are originally speaking in German. I could be off by that, but yeah, I think people are going to really enjoy this for what it is. If you like shows that are filled with mystery and intrigue, and that's gonna just keep you guessing time and time again, this is definitely going to be a series for you. I think there's a lot that they could do with this series if they do bring it back for a season 2. Like I said, everything that the story was building towards definitely left it open for a season 2 possibly. But if this is where they want to end it, I'm cool with it too. I'm just impressed by how much it kind of, moved the goalpost so many times, where normally that would kind of get annoying to me. But I like how they kind of presented everything. Nothing really felt rushed or, in the way. Everything felt like it had a purpose with all these different characters, and seeing their different memories and seeing what traumatized them the most. It's just really fascinating, and just the talk of psychology and all that stuff. It's all brilliant to me. But definitely give me your thoughts and how you felt about this series, and let me know if I should go check out Dark as well next. But this has just been my my take on this first season so far. Like I said, if they decide to make a season 2, I'll be all for it. I'm looking forward to, I would want to see these characters again, and to see where they could possibly take the story. Yeah, so till next time, I'm out. Peace.